I don't want to make a video about this. I only want to make videos that are happy. But this just makes me angry. We've got body mods in the news this week. Uh-oh. So I wasn't trying to clickbait you with the title. Tongue splitting is freaking illegal now. I mean, it always kind of was, but now it really is. So this happened in the UK, but it's been making headlines all over. I'm gonna read you the headline from the CNN article about this. Dr. Evil Tattooist pleads guilty for tongue splitting procedure, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me bring you up to speed. Let me tell you what happened. This guy did procedures on people back in like 2012. 5 years later, they arrest this guy in 2017. So he gets arrested and, you know, we've been going through the legal motions, and now just the other day, the case has finally come to a close and he had to plead guilty to grievous bodily harm. Grievous bodily harm. I looked that up too. I did lots of research for this video. It seems to be described as whosoever shall unlawfully and maliciously wound or inflict any grievous bodily harm upon another person, either with or without a weapon or instrument, blah, 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 blah. It means you hurt somebody. You hurt them bad. And now here's the thing. Here's the part of this that bugs me the most. How is he guilty of this crime of harming a person when there's no freaking victim? There's no one who's saying, this guy hurt me. He grievously harmed my body. There's no one saying that. The people that he worked on, as far as I can tell, are happy with the work that he did. He seemed to do a fine job. I don't know the guy, but I don't see any complaints. The only complaints I see are from the state, essentially. So basically, they're charging him with hurting somebody even though there's nobody that's hurt. And now I get it. I get what they were going for. I get that they want to stop him and people like him doing these medical procedures without any training and without, you know, I get it. I get all of that. And here's the thing, I think any of us, anyone who has body modifications, you know, like I have my tongue split. I got my tongue split in my friend's kitchen. Do I wish I could have gone to a cosmetic surgeon to do that in a much safer environment where I know nothing's gonna go wrong? Absolutely. That would have been a better choice. But you know what? That's not possible. It's not possible because if you're gonna go to a doctor to get a cosmetic procedure done, they're gonna make sure that you are not crazy, and that the reason you're getting it is not because you're crazy. But if you go to any doctor and say that you want to get your tongue split, they assume you're crazy. There's no reason, not a sane person on this planet would want to get their tongue split according to, you know, doctors. And even if you could find a doctor that doesn't think you're crazy, he still won't do the procedure because as a whole, that industry thinks that you're crazy. So if a doctor does that procedure on you, he's gonna lose his license. So there's no way. You're not going to a doctor to get this work done. And what happens when you can't go to a doctor to get this work done and you want it, you're gonna go find someone else who can do it. And let's be honest, tongue splits are not the most complicated thing in the world. And that leads me to another point in this whole thing. Where do you draw the line between, you know, a tattoo or a piercing and surgery like a split tongue? Who decides what's a piercing and what's not? If I pierced a tongue 4 times with a 4-gauge needle, that son of a bitch is split. But it's okay to do that because technically I just pierced it. But if I pierce it with a scalpel and split it, then that's a crime. I'm going to prison because that's what this guy's doing. This guy's gonna go to prison. We don't know for how long. He's gonna be sentenced next month. And I'm gonna be paying attention because, you know, like I said, this makes me angry. And I don't know if any of this is even making sense. Right now, I'm just angry guy yelling at camera. But you know what? I want to get this off my chest. I want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, but I need to talk about it. Now, I guess the moral of this story is if you're gonna do this kind of work, don't snitch on yourself and post pictures of it online. But speaking of snitching, I keep my ear to the streets. I'm in tune with what's going on. I'm hip and happening in the body mod world. I'm hearing that there may have been someone who snitched on this guy, and as unfortunate as that is, it's not uncommon. Body mod artists do tend to try and throw each other under the bus sometimes because, I don't know if you know this about the tattoo industry, but pretty much every tattoo shop is like, it's like, have you ever seen the movie Mean Girls? It's like that. There's just so much drama and so much gossip and oh my God. I don't like that guy. He does the same thing I do. And then they snitch on each other, and you know, that's stupid, guys. Don't do that. This hurts everybody. We're all screwed now. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this. I would like to think that what might happen is that we're gonna realize that, hey, maybe tongue splitting is no different than these crazy looking people you see on Botched. People like, I spent $100,000 to look like a Barbie doll, but they're fine. The society is like, hey, nice tits. But if you wanna split your tongue in half, you're a freaking psycho. So maybe this will help alleviate some of that problem. Maybe people will see that, hey, people actually want to get this done. Maybe we should start letting cosmetic surgeons do their job and not make people have to cut their tongues in half in their friend's kitchen. That would be cool. Or maybe it's gonna go the other way, and maybe now our little underground society is gonna get outed and people are gonna realize they're doing what? Lock them all up, write new laws. And I don't know, I have a feeling this is gonna make everything worse. I have that feeling. I don't like it. I don't like this at all. But this is the Philip DeFranco show, and I wanna know what you think. So let me know down in the comments. Do you think this is stupid? Or do you think we should all just get locked up? Because we're all crazy anyway. Just throw us all in a cell together and just let the strongest one survive. There can only be one. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now before I make this worse. I'll see you in a couple of days with a better video than this, all right? I promise, bye. Yeah.